Dr. Bob Flower with your Monday, June 13th Master Pattern Report. And a fine morning it is, I think. Okay, so look, last week we hit the that down move right on the button. It dropped as far as 176 points. Ended up, I think, down about 140 something. And our the rest of our commodities seem to be softening as we've indicated, and we think that that's going to be the trend here for a little while longer. Certainly, it's going to be the case with our silver. I think we're going to see another drop here. We will see another drop here over the next week to 10 days. There's a bottom here of about maybe $34 somewhere around there, and if it penetrates that, then I think we may see the $20 level, 20s in the 20 level, mid 20s somewhere around there. But we'll know more about that within the next couple of weeks. Certainly, I think not this week, but the week after. We're going to see some pretty heavy activity with commodities, in particular silver. I think we're going to see some drop in the oil futures here. There seems to be something going on that most economists are not aware of in the area of Saudi Arabia. And I have a feeling that our wisdom men in government are finally making a right move insofar as this is concerned. I think there's a deal afoot to strengthen the military ties with Saudi Arabia for several different reasons. There definitely looks like there's going to be some action here with Israel coming up, and with Syria as well. Now, Saudi Arabia is quietly under attack, as are a number of other of our eastern brethren there. And I think that they're making some new deals here without the oil companies and directly with the United States government for fear of losing their empire. So you may have been aware that what they tried to do is that they're coming out with a call for $70 oil. That seems to be a indicator of things to come. So some time ago, we had called for a drop of oil down to around $86 by this summer, and I think that still, it looks like that's going to happen, and maybe even better. So we're going to do some looking around here and see what kind of play we want to go with. Right now, we are short the S&P. And we're going to stay that way for a little while here. We have a move coming up on the S&P June 15th. That's this Wednesday. Silver, there may be some moves, but I don't see anything until the 20th, which is next week. And that's going to be pretty active because you're going to, what the Master Pattern is showing us is a move on the 20th, the 22nd, and the 23rd. So that many moves in a row speaks to some action here. So right now, and I'm not making a call here. I'm just from what it looks like. I'll know something better by next Monday. It looks like what we may see is some drop between on the 20th and maybe the 22nd with a bounce on the 23rd. Let's see. We'll try and make a better call for you next week on that. The economy is weakening. I don't care what they're saying. These guys are playing with themselves. There is no way that this economy is better. The yes, companies are doing better. Wall Street is doing better, uh, but that's getting tentative. But again, Main Street, which is better than 66% of the economy, is not doing better. In fact, it's getting worse. In this campaign, I'm running for mayor. I get to move into all different areas, and it's a shock to go into some of these neighborhoods and talk to people, and they don't have $10 in their pocket. I've said this before, and I continue to be, amazed and disappointed at a number of things. The lack of the ability of people to help themselves. Number one, the lack of skills in managing their own economics, their own budgets. But I guess that's reflected in our government. That they're living the same way that the government is living, and people are saying, that's the times and the cycles, but that's not true. When this all really started back in the '70s, when they changed the law on credit, made credit a hell of a before that. I can remember. I can't tell you. I was in the early stages of my career then. Christ's sake, I couldn't even get a credit card. I must have made a half a dozen applications for credit cards, couldn't even get it. And I had decent credit, I had, decent income. That changed things, and short term for the better, long term for the worse, and that's what's going on right now. And people who have a lot of debt are in a lot of trouble. People who have little debt are in a little trouble. That doesn't help those who are in a lot of debt, but you know what? We are adapting some programs which are going to help municipalities, especially the one that I'm running in, and the reason for my running. And I'm hoping that we will carry that over into individual development, because we have to be disciplined, and we have to be intelligent about the way things are going, and we have to be positive. You can't poo-poo things and people because they may have different ideas, or they may be coming out with concepts that are foreign to us. I'll say it again: innovation is what's going to get us out of this mess. It's the only thing. I'm talking to an international financier from Italy over the weekend, and they're in as much a mess as anybody is over there. Spain, Portugal, Greece, Ireland, Hungary, disasters, absolute disasters, and they're being just held up by the printing press. That's not going to last, folks. And when this QE2 ends, we're going to see, there's going to be, to me, I think that we're going to see some major downturns here, as I've been calling for, certainly by no later than the end of August. So, stay tuned with that, and, sit down and get yourself balanced insofar as what you're doing and where you're going. And if you don't know, my God Almighty, get online, get on the radio, start talking to people that do know, because this is not going to get any better. Man, guy complaining the other day about being offered a job for $8.50 an hour. He used to make $19. Well, next year you may be pleased as hell to get the job for $8.50. I certainly hope not, but it's the way things look, and that's the way things are. And have a good week, and stay focused, folks. Thanks.